Boom! And just like that, it's another beautiful Saturday morning in the dojo. Josh and Eddie, man, we chilling.
We're back. The show must go on.
The show always goes on. And today we're talking about something special. But my question is, why do we keep going back in time?
We gotta go back to the basics, man. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, player?
I'm ready, player one.
Today we're talking about Ready Player One. We're gonna jump into everything VR.
Dude,
Are we VR troopers?
We are
VR troopers.
Man, I'm excited to talk about this movie because you want to get nostalgic. It's time to get nostalgic.
It is a burst of nostalgia.
So grab those haptic suits.
Ooh.
Grab that VR headset because today
We're going into the Oasis.
You know, I'm not a big fan of Hollywood elites. Okay?
Makes sense.
I don't suckle the teat and idolize directors in Hollywood, okay? But Steven Spielberg made a hell of a movie, man.
Damn good movie.
Wow.
And I said it. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen in like this century, dude. At least the last 10 years.
I think it's the best movie I've actually seen since Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. Like, I'm talking about an experience.
Yeah.
You could critique the story. You could say, oh, Ready Player One's story's been told 100 times. You could say Avatar's story is Ferngully and been told 100 times. But I'm talking about an experience.
Avatar straight up is Ferngully.
From visuals, I'll murder you. From visuals to music.
Bro.
This movie just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah. And that's something that I was talking about is when we watched it, I had never seen this film before. Brand new experience to me. That was amazing. But when we watched it, it's like I wasn't even watching a movie, man. I was just lost in the world.
Yeah.
And that is something that I loved because I was taken into it, and it wasn't like, oh, me sitting back watching a movie, you know, critiquing it or whatever. I was on that adventure with them. I was like in the game. And it was kind of crazy that I felt that way because I had never seen it. But I think everything about it was just so interesting. There was so much stuff in there that I like loved. So many pop culture references, so many 80s thing. Main character drives a DeLorean, bro. Reel me in, hook, line, and sinker.
How cool is that?
Done. It was dope.
And I know that the author, Klein or whatever, he thought Steven Spielberg would not want his own pop culture in the movie.
Oh,
because I guess
okay.
there was some like weird stuff going on with that last movie Spielberg did, where
Gotcha.
he referenced his own pop culture, like Jaws. It was like,
yeah.
And so going from that, this guy, the author, said that he didn't think Steven Spielberg was gonna put his own stuff in.
It's so cool that they did.
And I guess there was a little like funny play with the DeLorean in the Back to the Future, because I guess Steven Spielberg was originally supposed to direct that movie, but ended up producing it. If I'm not
It
wrong.
was directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah. So it was kind of like I don't know. I was looking up all this stuff, and I was like, that's really interesting, on especially on a lot of the franchises and properties that they actually put on screen in this movie is absolutely insane.
It is insane to think about, like, all the rights and the copyrights and everything that they probably had to get just to like include Godzilla, include Kong, Mechagodzilla. I was just like, reference after reference, Ninja Turtles walking by. I was just like, what is going on? And it was like an overload, bro.
There's hundreds of pop culture references in this movie.
Yeah.
And that in itself obviously can play on your nostalgia as a viewer, right?
Make you feel like a little kid, dude.
And you can sit there watching it with like your own children.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, I see this, I see that. And you're like, I see this, I see that. Like there was Jack Burton, a poster, right?
Oh my God, yes. Big Trouble in Little China was in this movie.
It's so amazing.
And I'm pretty sure there was a scene where the truck was there. And I was like, that's the truck. That's the truck from Big Trouble. Yep. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was it. And see, it's almost like there's so many references. Like you don't even know if you're seeing a reference or you're not, because there's just like that end battle scene where there's just so many characters.
It's insane. So
how are you gonna filter that out?
So once again, this is science fiction, right?
Yeah.
And we're set into the future of 2045
VR,
and it's not very cyberpunkish.
No,
but it is very low. It's very like everyone's in poverty.
Yeah,
like the rich are rich, but that's it.
I think like you'd like to say.
Everyone's in poverty.
It's dystopian, right?
It's a dystopian reality, right? A future. And the movie hits so hard with me because, like I always said, I've always felt like growing up playing video games that it was the future.
That's the future. Yeah.
If you can simulate reality, 1997 was the first time a video game ever made me emotional. And then you have things now where you have like games like The Last of Us, movies. The video games are actual actors now.
Yeah.
It went from, things on a screen to people are now acting, voice acting.
Mocap, right?
This is now at a stage, and the game industry has exploded so far past the movies now that you can immerse people with all types of emotions and experiences in a video game.
And now you're getting movies about video games. So it's really
trying
like
to catch up.
Yeah, it's really like video games is where it's at. So let's make movies about that. Because like you said, it's trying to catch up, because I think like Steven Spielberg and even the author probably realize that is the future. There's so much technology and money being put into virtual reality. That's like where everything's going.
But in a world where everything is just poverty, it's dystopian, just trash, right? You open up in the film and everything is just disgusting. It's like, what are they, like RVs stacked on top of each other?
That was really crazy to see for me. Just
and
like how they were living.
Everyone is immersed in this online experience called the Oasis. And they're ignoring their problems. I think that there was something that Wade Watts said, the main character.
Yeah.
He was like, a time after
people stopped living, or people stopped trying to survive.
Fix things.
Yeah.
People stopped like trying to fix things. And now everyone goes to the Oasis to get away.
Yeah, because they just gave up on reality.
Yeah.
Because now it's about virtual reality. And that was just the whole concept of it, like the underlying tones of the movie. And you just see a lot. Like one of the big things for me was where he started winning at the competition, right? Because the whole movie is about the competition, trying to finish the game, right? To get control of the company.
Easter egg.
That's crazy. That's funny.
I love that.
And so the craziest part for me, when I started realizing, and I was like, okay, he's going to start winning, right? I was like, but then they're going to come after him in real life.
And that's exactly what happened.
And I said that before it happened because I realized it. And then you looked at me and you kind of smirked, and then that's exactly what happened. And it was so interesting to see him dox himself.
Oh yes,
that was crazy.
And like me, I'm a parent. I'm paranoid when it comes to the internet, because the thing is,
tinfoil hat
is people don't realize is that basically social media is no different than the Oasis. As of right now, we choose our avatars, we choose our names, we choose
straight up
what we represent out there when we go into that town square, but it's a virtual town square. But one day there will be and there's lots of video games, right? I could show you a bunch of virtual reality games where you actually like VR chat. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but VR chat is literally this. It's just on a level where games are right now. But you walk around, you can have arms, you can do things, you talk to people, have conversations, go to different worlds, go to different planets.
Crazy.
And that is where it's headed, but people forget that you are jacked in.
You have a life in the real world that you're vulnerable.
Yes.
That's the part that I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's real life people who are after this dude, companies who want to win this game so bad that they will kill you to remove you from the equation.
They killed his aunt and her boyfriend. Straight murdered them by drone, by the way. That was some Amazon shit, bro.
Jeff Bezos.
Bro, they literally just had unmarked drones.
It was crazy.
Fly in, plant the explosives, fly out, you're dead.
You're dead, man.
And that's the type of future where those companies, the rich of the rich, they run shit.
They have the control.
There's no getting there anymore. It's full control.
How about the villain? I really liked the main dude, who was in the game, and he was
Superman
from Rogue One. Yeah, that was crazy. That was cool. The actor from Rogue One.
Yeah, he's the one who ran the company.
He plays a really good villain in at least those 2 movies that I seen him. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, yeah, this dude just carries that angry emotion.
And then you had the person he was working with, which was played by T.J. Miller. So it had that comedy, like that T.J. Miller comedy to it, where he in his avatar is so menacing, like a giant evil boss. But then he's just like, oh man, my back hurts. Yeah. And he's just like, he's just very quirky and just like not menacing.
I don't know, dude. Like he was just he was like, yeah, I can kill him, but why?
So how much apparently there was only about 80% of what was in the books.
Oh, really?
Of the pop culture that actually made it into the movie.
And see, I've never read the books. So for me, that would probably be like an experience as well. And sometimes I like to do that is watch a movie and then go back and read the books. Mm-hmm. So that way the movie's not spoiled. Because usually the books are always better. Yeah. So if I see the movie and then I go back and read the book, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, this is 100 times better. I'm going to
usually
read this.
It usually always is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I want to dive into the audiobook of this.
Ooh.
And watch it again. And every time I've watched it, I have seen more and more. I notice more pop culture references. Yeah. Like this last time we watched it, I noticed there was 3 times it shows Hello Kitty.
That was weird. Yeah.
And I never caught it the first times because your eyes gravitate and everything happens so fast. You're only going to catch a few characters.
Yeah.
But the Battletoads, dude.
Yeah.
It shows my boy the Battletoads 3 times. It gets me so hyped to see something like this that has never really been represented in that live action top dollar budget.
Yeah.
And to see the Battletoads and the Ninja Turtles.
How about Gundam? I was not expecting Gundam Wing to be in, especially the It's
not Gundam Wing, but it's a Gundam.
But Gundam, it's a Gundam. But yeah, to be in the last fight.
So sick.
I was like,
Gundam versus Mecha Godzilla.
That was crazy. I thought it was going to be like a Megazord, like Power Rangers. I fully expected to see some Power Rangers.
I wish Power Rangers was a lot of Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah, that was it was really cool. I think, was there some Mortal Kombat in it? I don't know if there was.
I think there was.
I think there was. I definitely know I saw Wolverine in there somewhere. So there was.
At a certain point of, you just start inputting your own pop culture
Probably,
characters.
to be honest.
You know what I'm saying? You just start seeing your own shit.
Yeah.
And let's shit on Marvel's Endgame real quick. Because I can't shit on this movie, right?
Yeah,
we gotta shit on something. I can't shit on this movie because it's good. This movie blows Endgame's final sequence out of the water.
Yeah.
That's how you do a damn war scene.
A damn good war scene.
You scrub.
Yeah. Fuck that. On your left. Bullshit. Okay, portals. Get out of here.
Man, it's just the scale of it.
Yeah, it was really good, man. And the whole time, so that's something that I noticed about this movie, which I really liked, is from start to finish, it was just, it had this pace that I really liked. And I remember halfway through the movie, I was like, holy shit, we have not taken a breath. It has just been from the get-go, just story. just moving along. Yeah, and then you got the music that just keeps it going. And I'll say one thing: we talked shit on Wonder Woman for its music last movie. Take some notes, Patty Jenkins, because that's how you do an 80s score, a 70s score. That's how you put nostalgia in a movie with the visuals and make it epic.
And that's where you get the experience
from a director like Steven Spielberg.
And the music was going to be by John Williams.
Oh,
obviously,
bro.
John Williams, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Best in the biz.
Back at it again, yeah.
But I guess something happened. He didn't do it. So
John Williams said, fuck you, pay me.
But yeah, the music is insane, and it takes you on,
really good.
It takes you on that journey.
It was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, that's 80s music.
So with all the pop culture references, you got the music blasting in the back. You're diving into the Oasis. What's your avatar?
Oh, bro.
That was the question I'm going to hit you with this episode.
And you didn't even give me a chance to think about it either. I would probably want to definitely be like a Marty McFly and then have the DeLorean and fucking on my hoverboard behind me just skating around. I would straight up be Marty McFly with the hat and everything, dude.
Just straight
Back
jeans,
to the Future. Back to the Future. Yeah, that's me. Yep.
All right.
Love it.
But out of everything.
Yeah, because, I mean, if I really think about it, I'll probably want to be like that Superman character or something.
Just
but
big old buff.
Big. But, yeah, just cool, like jacking in for the first time, because I think you can change your avatar, right, in that game.
You can customize that
do whatever.
At any time.
At one point, I might be a Power Ranger. I might be fucking Spider-Man swinging around. You don't know. But, yeah, first thing, Marty McFly. And it's just so 80s. It's so, like, that time period. And I think that's something that I really grew up, like, loving, was Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. And it's so cool that it's in this. And the Zemeckis Cube.
How cool is that?
I was like, wait.
Reference after reference.
They didn't call it a Rubik's Cube. And I was like, maybe copyrights or whatever. That's what I told you, right? And they were like, oh, yeah, it's a Zemeckis Cube. And I was like, I've heard that name before. I was like, wait. And then it didn't hit me until they were like, yeah, it turns back time for like 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah.
And I was like, Zemeckis? Wait a minute. Robert Zemeckis. That's the director of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Turn back time. Gotta get back in time. Damn it.
It's all good.
But I was like, that's dope, dude. So they took something that already existed, put a spin on it, a pop culture reference, and there you go.
So you got characters flying everywhere. You got giant characters, small characters. Coins exploding, obviously, right? When the avatar dies,
gave me like serious
you lose all your
Super
coins.
Mario vibes. Whenever you get hit, just
like
Sonic.
Like Sonic,
yeah.
The graphics, though, the CGI in this film, however they shot this movie,
really great,
was crazy. And Spielberg said it was his third hardest film he ever made.
That's crazy, man. Because honestly,
it's crazy. At what level is this movie?
At no point was I like, they just look so realistic, the characters and everything. At no point I was like taken out of it. I wasn't like, oh, it's just like a video game or whatever. But they just look so real. It was like I was watching real life actors, and that's how I felt watching it. I was like, yeah, that's a real person. Like my mind didn't really like tell. Obviously, I could see that it's mapped out. It looks like a video game character, but honestly, there was no like disconnect. As that's what I'm trying to say. It was like I was still in the world. I didn't get pulled out of it. Everything was just really well done. The graphics. So I don't know if they did like mocap. I don't know.
I don't know how they did it, but it's damn amazing. That's how you make a movie.
That's how you do CGI, baby.
Yeah, like it's like wow. The characters in the movie, the story that what happens is it ultimately comes with a group of friends.
Oh, what's their name?
The High Five.
The High Five. Tight.
And you get a sense of everything, right? Is this a hero's journey, as they say?
Yeah.
He falls in love.
The ultimate sacrifice.
He gets the girl. They come together as a party. Remember, they're always like, "Oh, we don't link up." Or like Artemis, right?
Yeah.
His name's Percival.
They had some weird ass names.
Percival like the knight, obviously, and then Artemis like the god or whatever.
And then what was the little ninja dude? What was he?
I think Show. I don't remember their names.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it was Show, I think.
And he was like a ninja.
He was a little kid.
And it's so tight.
He was like, yeah, I'm a little kid. Like, don't pinch my cheeks.
Yeah.
She was like, come give me a hug.
Everything they did with this movie, it's an experience. And I think I've seen it 3 or 4 times.
I would love to see it again.
And it hits.
Different.
It hits every time.
Tight.
But the pacing of the movie towards the end, it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Do you feel like it was too long?
No,
towards that last part?
And for me, no, because it felt like it never stopped moving. So that was one of the things that I was saying is like from start to finish, it just felt like there was no like bathroom break moment, you know, when you go to a theater and you're like, okay, waiting for the bathroom break so I can go and take a piss real quick. But no, it's like the whole time I just wanted to stay jacked in into the Oasis, for me at least.
So would you have that full haptic suit, that full body
Bro,
suit?
that was fucking crazy.
They're running on like multi-directional treadmills on like
okay,
suspenders.
Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
What? That was crazy. It was nutty. The part where she starts touching him.
Oh, and they're dancing.
Yeah, bro. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, she's like, can you feel everything? And he was like, yeah, I have the haptic suit, blah, 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 2000. Like,
yeah. And
you just see her hand go to his crotch.
Yeah.
And she's like, yep, you can feel that. I was like, oh no. I was like, that shit was crazy.
She was a cool character. All the characters are dope.
So his best friend was a chick. I didn't know that the whole time.
And remember, it basically references, because he's all in love with Artemis, right? And his heart rate's all up.
Yeah.
And then I forgot that character's name.
Yeah.
But
the best friend.
Yeah, in the game, it's a male, and he was like, don't fall in love, for all you know is that's a
40-year-old nerd in a basement
named Chuck. like that. Don't fall in love with the female in the game because
you don't know who it is.
You don't know who it is in real life. And what was so funny about that is it was flipped on that character, and
he was like, because he knew, right?
Yeah.
Like the best friend, he was like, yeah, I'm a chick, and I'm pretending to be a dude in this game, so you don't know.
You don't know who's who in this Oasis.
And I think she liked him a little bit. I kind of caught that because when she would like scan him and she would see his heart race, she looked a little worried.
Well, they were friends. They were best friends.
But at the time, you don't know that it's a chick. Yeah. So after you find that out, it's like, I think she kind of liked him a little bit.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, don't fall in love with that girl.
So at all levels, it hits.
Everything,
but
man.
At the core of this, one thing that I love most about it is that it's all about this one man who made a video game.
Dude, that part of it got me pretty emotional at the end.
The whole time it's emotional with him. I blanked on all the names, but so this guy made a video game with a friend.
Yeah.
And he grew up with all this like 70s, like playing Atari and everything.
Dude, he had a what shirt did he have on? Galaga t-shirt, I think. Or he had a Pac-Man t-shirt or some kind of t-shirt on.
Yeah, Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Every time they showed him, he had like a different like 80s reference video game shirt.
And he created a game, and that game over time merged with technology to become the Oasis.
Yeah.
And the main character, Wade Watts, is obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Because this guy has basically become the biggest celebrity in this dystopian world because he created the one thing that everyone lives in and loves.
And you can like go back and like see his life. And I was like, that's crazy because there's like moments where he was like alone. How did they get like footage of him like working on stuff and like you can it's just all documented.
Yeah, everything's documented.
It was crazy. That was it was like Minority Report a little bit where like you can like zone in and just see everything.
Like seeing a third person camera in this room just documenting a memory, a moment in time.
Yeah.
And somebody in the future can go back and watch it.
You playing a video game and somebody's just invading your memories, bro. That's crazy.
But the thing I love about there's so many aspects of the story, but with this character, I forget his name. Shit.
Yeah,
I failed.
It's real hard. And I don't know any of it because I've only seen it once.
He's so passionate. The only thing that mattered was his game.
Yeah.
And then there was like a falling out with his friend.
Because he didn't want to put rules in his game. He didn't want to like make it something.
Bend the knee.
Yeah.
And then so you had this evil corporation there's a scene, right, where this main bad guy, he's talking about in the VR putting ads.
Dude.
He said we can get up to 70% of the person's visual optics covered with an ad. Like now you have YouTube ads. Everything's got an ad in it.
Guess what? No ads here, friends.
Yeah. But what's just crazy is at that level he passed away. And he set 3 keys in his game, the Oasis.
Good.
And the first person to
find one of those keys,
find the keys and unlock it and get the Easter egg, they're given the keys to the kingdom. They will own the Oasis. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate.
I was just gonna say
Willy Wonka, right?
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
And what was so beautiful about it is this kid, Wade Watts, his family got killed. This corporation's after him. He fell in love. He's coming together with his group of friends for the first time, and he's so obsessed with this guy who created the game that he has all this insider knowledge.
Yeah.
And the Easter egg of his entire life and his creation of the Oasis was a moment in time where he was in love with a girl.
Crazy. Yeah, that was emotional, man.
And the moment was he had the opportunity, but he never took it.
And he didn't take that leap.
And it was a leap of faith.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To dance with her.
In the video game, you have to do that.
Yeah.
To get one of the keys. You have to ask her to dance.
You got to take the leap of faith.
And you literally have to jump and take a leap.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But the concept around it is deep. And it's like super emotional, and I vibe with the game creator because that's always been a dream of mine.
And what's he say? Something like,
hold on, I'm gonna end with that. I'm gonna end with that.
Okay.
But him finding that and everything coming together, and this evil corporation taking down this ragtag group of rebels, right? And they shut the game down. Remember? They shut the system down.
The whole thing, yeah.
Because they're trying to stop them.
Because they're about to finish the game, and they don't want them to finish the game before they can... And that's when they try to start killing them in real life.
It's so damn good. And I'm going to end the episode with what he says. I'm a builder of worlds.
Yep.
That shit hits. As a creator, to dive and to just release all of your passion into something that you want to create for the world to experience.
Yeah. And then
what else like can reach that level?
And it's so good. And the other thing that just hits me, and he tells Wade Watts, he goes, "Thanks for playing my game."
Yeah.
And he walks away, dude. And I was just like, oh, how you can't end it better. He says, "Thanks for playing my game." That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
He was like, "Can't we just go back in time?" Bill and Ted did it.
Yes.
Perfect movie. Thanks for showing it to me, man.
Absolutely. And it was definitely a treat.
Yeah. Till next time, friends. Get back in time.
Create something. Well, that was a damn good show.
It was a damn good movie, man.
Ooh, this movie is phenomenal.
Definitely. And I can't wait for Ready Player 2. Give it to me.
Man, I'm ready to dive into that, but it was a good discussion today, and thank you for reaching the end of the level. We need to save our progress and jack out of the Oasis.
Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Woo. The Oasis is definitely just that, an oasis.
It's a beautiful thing. And remember, friends, if you want to support the show, you know, in the descriptions of whatever podcast, social media you're consuming, give us a like.
Follow, comment, subscribe.
And
Support
join
the show.
us in the next episode in the dojo, where Josh and Eddie get together to destroy evil and continue our quest.
To get back to the basics. Till next time, friends.